YouTube and LinkedIn. With that said, thank you for being here. Let us keep week 21 moving forward. Russell, take it away.
All right. Thanks for the intro, Tricia. Yeah, and one of the more powerful benefits of joining this AM Morning Club is so that you can get on here and send over some questions, maybe raise your hand to clarify something. If you're watching on the restream, that's fine. It's great. That's a good way to take in all of the content that we're pushing out every single day. But definitely, if you log in here, we can interact and share a good morning today. So, Trisha, since this is kind of the end, have there been notable, days where you're like, man, this is just crazy stuff that I have to, put in play in my business? Is there something memorable that stuck in your mind of like this changes the game for my business?
It's very hard to choose which one is my favorite, but of course, from Tech Thursdays, I've told you I've implemented during my birth week leave some of them because I've finally had the time. So I've created the lovable and unlovable app and branding products as well, physical products.
Awesome. Yeah, what sticks out to me so much more is the custom GPTs that several of our presenters have shown. I mean, Perry, I could watch him for like hours. I'm still voting that he get like a Twitch channel and just start streaming, as his mind is speaking, creating all of these custom GPTs. That's one of my favorites. I'm like, man, I can't do it as well, but I do attempt it. How many have you done your own custom GPTs, Trisha?
I did one, yeah,
Yeah,
for
so that didn't
writing.
that didn't strike it for you right there. Like that wasn't the thing that's like, oh yeah, I gotta use that. But maybe the more of the lovable really struck your fancy.
That's first thing that come on top of my mind because it's the latest one that I've did. But yeah, I remember wanting to have custom GPTs because it makes workflows easier and faster.
It does, yeah, because you can just rely on that ChatGPT to give you constant, provide you with the consistency output that you need. Yeah, so today I wanted to cover a couple new things, still with the vibe coding. I did record the video here so I could, make it streamlined and present to you, and cut out some of the downtime. It does work really, really fast, but let me go ahead and try to attempt to share screen and it always takes a little minute. I like walking through this desktop one, share. All right, so just let me know if you're seeing that Google
Yes, we're seeing your
and,
Google.
and the calendar. You gotta love that. When I see Nuno on there, I'm like, heck yeah, man, we're gonna get some firepower today. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this video, and we'll just pay attention. I'm gonna do a quick sound check. Okay, you'll help me out with that, Trisha.
Sure.
All right, so I'm gonna open this up, go full screen, turned up to volume 11. And I'm just going to play just a little portion here. Like,
Predis.
can you hear me that?
Sounds great.
All right. So
Mhm.
I'll back it up beginning and then we'll take it away. And of course, if you have questions, leave it in the comments and I'll come back and try to answer those as along the way as we go. And push play.
So
Action.
tool that I'd like to test out for vibe coding. This one is called Ready.ai. It has two D's, so don't be confused. And how it stands out to me for this website right here is the landing page here. The home page, just as I scroll down, it has great testimonials and it shows me what I can build as far as mobile and has a good example of a site. Scroll down here, I really, really like all the different beautiful sites that it has and examples, of course, and then all the different call outs look great. And then the plan actually starts from 15 a month, unlimited generated websites for 15 a month. This might be a really, really good deal. So I want to look at the pricing breakdown just a little bit more. With switching this to monthly, it looks like you can get about 10 projects for 25 a month, but if you switch to the yearly, of course, you can save into that 15 a month tier. So if it is worth it, it might be worth committing for a year. But right now, we'll try out the free plan. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in with my usual Chrome. All right. AI, and it says I can copy and invite other people in here. So I can just copy this link and give that to you, just in case you want to try this out and apply that credit to me. All right, so we'll go ahead and do a prototype demo, sort of for my own business. And what would I like to build? All right, so what's kind of neat down here is you can see all the templates that they have to offer. Looks like a lot of businesses. I like that Christmas decor. Let's do a preview of this. That looks pretty awesome. And it looks like they're kind of set up for a e-shopping cart type of store. Not exactly what I'm going for right now. Maybe something like this. I definitely have products that I could sell like this. And then maybe a portfolio. Again, these are pretty beautiful. That was black and white. Ooh, the bookkeeping. This is beautiful. I like it. Ooh, look at that accordion that has graphics in it. I would say this is a really top-notch, modern-looking site. So I'm wondering if I should just come out of here and do a new website, create from a link website. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see what it does with trying to recreate the perrybelcher.com site, because this looks marvelous. I love it. Let's see if I can recreate that. Create from link. There. And let's go ahead and send it. See how this works. Saying it's going to rebuild the Perry website. Okay, so as we're waiting on this to build, I'm going to go check something else out. It's called the Predis.ai. No idea how to pronounce that at all. But it looks like it makes AI ads for videos that work and convert. And I can already see a lot of these coming through. And this is useful for a lot of people because they need creative ads that can stop the scroll. And if you scroll down here a little bit more, you can see you can try out different views. And I like how it has input text for powerful ad output, branded ads, copy ads, multilingual, multi-format. Pretty great call out so far. I design ads with animations. That's what really intrigued me. So I do want to test this out. So I'm going to go ahead and do a try for free. Again, use my Chrome login. And what would I use this for? Make content for social media, of course, right? Or to create ads. Let's do create ads. Small business owner. Yes. And then I'll provide mine. There we go. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to check back on ready. Looks like it's still developing the hero sections, the about sections, the speaking, consulting. And I can already notice that it's not building it exactly how it is on the other page, but it's giving me a new rendition of it, which is actually pretty good looking. Stuff is in place. Yeah, I like how it's creating this so far. All right, so the next steps you can do is add animations to enhance the visual experience, connect chatbots. Let's do this. So it said version 1, that's where we're at. Let's do add animations as well as beautiful images. Let's see if that that could possibly work. Looks like I can do it one by one though over here if I wanted to add different images. So let's go ahead and send this. I don't know if I would want to say replace the placeholders. That's kind of redundant. So I'm going to go ahead and send it. See what it does. Of course, I'm just taking this to test spin. But yeah, it doesn't bring in the logo. It doesn't look like speaking, books. Yeah. So it does the kind of one pager. Generate figure. Man, I like how it does the sentences too. It seems to write pretty well. All right. While that's modifying the file, I'm going to go back over here because I'm kind of ready to explore. So it looks like it ripped some information from my own website. So, okay, that's fine. We'll just go in like it's me. Font family, I can choose. Sometime, let's do that for the, I'm not so certain. I'll do something more like that. Target, I think it's going to be United. Or what is it? At the end of the day. All right, finish, and then product name. It looks like it has all this information from the website. Let's go ahead and finish. And this is where it's going to ask me to why I want a free trial. So the free trial looks like it would be costing me $80 a month, whereas it's half price if you do the annual. But of course, we don't really want to try too many annuals here. And it looks like it will begin on the December 25th if I don't cancel. Okay, so now I'm in the app and I've chosen to select, it looks like the auto selected me an image. Let's see if a video would be kind of neat. All right, so let's see. I think what I'm going to do is create a video showcasing the joy of cruising. This cruise will be called the Growth Hacking Cruise, and it will allow business entrepreneurs to all meet and spend 7 days with each other. And what I'm going to do is grab some, here we go. Okay, so what I have here is generating a script. So create a video code showcasing this, the cruise, and let's see what happens when I continue generating the script. We're going to do benefit, first angle, social proof, lifestyle. Let's do that. And it's going to be a vertical video. Continue. Step 3 of 3, video, and confirm your script it's generating. Okay, so I'll let it go ahead and confirm the script. And as that's generating a script, I can always go back over here because we're multitasking this morning. I'm going to go back over here to this website it made. So, oh, okay. Well, that's not very Belcher, but at least it shows me what those images should have in there. All right. Yeah. Cool. So it's doing AI auto-generated images. So yeah, this is make a pretty nice website off of here. I wonder if I can go ahead and get it to use the logo. So what I'm going to go over here and do is try to grab his logo, and it's there. I'm going to see if I am allowed to do this. Can you update the top left navigation bar logo with this image? So I'll go ahead and put that in there. It's a SVG, so I don't know exactly if it's going to place it in there correctly. I might have to give it the PNG version. So I'm going to go ahead and send it. So far, this seems so easy. We have the chat, we have the code, and it looks like bring in Figma. I haven't seen the publish in the download yet. Let's look at the mobile friendly. So, oh, it did just bring in the logo when I did that. You see that? Isn't that exciting? And I just have to replace his image there. I'll see how this works. Yeah, it's fun vibe coding on new platforms. So let's go back over here to actually, I wanted to see if I could update his logo and his picture. So I really like this picture down here. So I'm going to copy image address. I'm going to say, this is the one I want to edit. So like, select that. Can you update this image with this image that I'm providing? There we go. Let's see if that works. Send it. Looks like it's modifying just that section. Remember, I just clicked the selector here, and hopefully done. I've updated that. Did ya? Because I don't see it. Oh, there it is. I'm always impatient on that, and I think it cropped it pretty well. And then, so the back image, we want to remove that. And so let's do something where we have, I think, open this one. Let's see what this one looks like. That, or, and that's such a cool video. I wonder if I can replace it with that video. Inspect. Let me just find that video really quick. Looks like that's it. I might be able to actually see it in the network, sources, media, refresh. I think that might be it. Let's do. Yeah, I'll need to copy URL and come back here, and then I use that selector again, select the background. Please update the background with this video file. I say update and replace the background with this video file. And I'm going to go ahead and send this and see if it does it. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. As it's replacing that or attempting to, I'm going to go back over here and look at our ads. So it looks like it created a really cool script. Now, mind you, if you're creating vibe coding for something like this, you might want to just do yourself a favor and walk through their whole presentation and all of their screens to get a good inspiration for this. So it looks like I have scene 1, the hook, scene 2, real strategy, real seminar. So let's go ahead and generate. I mean, I really don't know how this works at all. So generate. And it looks like it's processing AI videos and voice with motion. It'll take about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll let that sit here while we continue to work on the other part of his website. So over here, oh, it did it. You see this? Look at that. Can you believe this? All right, so we have, bold name. I'd probably change that, maybe remove right here. Wonder if I'm able to just select that and say remove this H1. Text. Very don't share. All right, after I remove that, I'm going to go ahead and hit send. And it literally didn't take very long at all to remove that. I might update some of this to be a little bit larger font. Yeah, I think so. Let me go ahead and say, can you update all paragraph font to be at least 18 point? All right, I'll go ahead and send this. This is exciting though, right? Like, it's just making a pretty dang good website within a few minutes of vibe coding here. And then looks like this part is set for the blogs. And then otherwise, you have the get in touch that I could always replace for any other form. It just shows like what this form could be usually, and then you could bring in other integrations. out of here, work on your SEO, and then there's the forum there. Okay, so yeah, I'm just waiting for this to finish up here. So let's move back over to the Predis.ai, and it looks like it finished my first video. So it says stop reacting, start designing, maybe later. And so we have this video. Let's see what it does. I'm gonna wait for it to have maybe sound or something. I'm gonna go ahead and push play. Caption. All right, caption here. Publish, download. I don't even know if I want to download. All right, there we go. I'll go ahead and push play. So the bar just kind of showed up. It looks like people are enjoying some drinks. It's not strategy, it's seminar. Look. One offer that scales. Build a business that runs itself. And then it had my logo, but I kind of like that. Yeah, so it wasn't actually the best bang for my buck. I really don't feel like this is what I wanted. What if I can do a redo? We have images, videos. Also, there's a carousel that you could create in this video. So what if I want to do some edits? So is it like a timeline? Oh, okay, here we go. So this, let's see, how can I click into it, edit this video? This looks like a couple enjoying drinks together, whereas we're focused on large groups that are enjoying drinks together and talking, and sometimes have their almost put like laptops out. Let me go ahead and enjoying drinks together, and talking. So I'm going to try to apply that edit. I think that's important to be able to edit the individual scenes and then see if we have something working. So it should take a few minutes. We'll check back with this. All right, so here I wanted to increase everything on the size, and it did. It looks like everything is a lot bigger now for the text size. Sometimes I can take a look and see font size 18 point. There it is. And then it shows me my line height. So far, I am just thrilled with this. I love it that it allowed me to do the video. When I click get in touch, it should go down to this form. Again, that's another image that I could change out. So if I go down here to like his get in touch, copy that image URL, and then I'm just going to use this selector and say, update this image with the image URL, which with this image. There we go. Just precision of language there. I want to go ahead and send. As that sends on over, we should see that clear up. Okay, so while everything else is going on, I want to go back and check in how fast these videos update. So it's still making the edits. I'm okay with that. All right, still waiting for it to finish here. And I'm going to click back on here, and it looks like we're pretty good. Yeah, I got that other image in there. And then, of course, we just changed these out. Update the phone number. Oh, and then I need that other image updated. So I think what I need to do is just copy image address, come down here and use the selector again, and then click here and say, oh, looks like image. Upload image. I'm just gonna have it replace it. Generate background. That's kind of neat. You can remove background, generate background. I'm just going to go ahead and say, can you update the footer logo with this image? There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and send that. Some of these little edits seem so easy to do, but hopefully, you're impressed by the layout, the look, and it's not just Lovable that makes beautiful sites. It's like this one I'm building here is, I don't know, great in my eyes. I'm also going to check the mobile format here. And then it's already showing me integrations that I can use. So like Supabase if I need a base, adding Stripe. Some of these type of things are a little bit hard. Ready agent you can add there, and then you get make sure to get your analytics in. Calendly is there, so yeah, it has a lot of great built-in integrations. So I'm just going to click back here and see if it finished up my request for footer. There it is. It's our transporting businesses through, and yeah, this looks fantastic. So yeah, let's see what the publish options are. So I can publish it with its own ready URL. We could probably edit this. Maybe you have to upgrade for that. I'm still in the free version. Okay, so it looks like I could publish right here. Let me see. You could hide the ready brand. I think that was, if you upgrade the free plan, makes it say, made by ready. So let's go ahead and publish. I want to see what this will look like. It should have this URL now is ready to use. So I'm going to go ahead and post that in there. And then, yeah, so this is probably, since that's the free plan, you do have this bar in your way, which is fine, if I decide to use this. But yeah, I was like, wow, this is a really good looking site just based off a little bit of vibe coding and using inspiration of his own site. So this is kind of neat. Of course, I'd change out these images, take a look at how, the read more works. It would probably be multiple pages that I would add. But so far, yeah, this is fantastic. I'm going to go back over here and look and see if it updated. Yes, see how it fixed that. So yeah, and then I could go to the next one and update the video slides as I go. But yeah, and then you could always insert ads here. This one, I'd want to do apply to all. And that's a lot of drinking because I think I included enjoying drinks together and talking. That's going to apply to them all. But yeah, I was already pretty happy with the way it worked. So yeah, that's going to be about it. I hope you just get into some kind of vibe coding platform and enjoy how this is going to help increase your productivity. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna stop sharing here, and I'll come back and kind of share again what that video came out with. But so far, like Trisha, what do you think? Like Ready, has too many D's, but like that was pretty fast and pretty easy to remake a site. Yeah, I know that Perry showed us like the same.new where you can clone sites, but like that was simple, right? There's only like a prompt, inspiration link, and then you go in and you can fix stuff. And that was
Amazing
just
how you showed how quick it is to remake Paris website in less than 30 minutes. Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. And I think that was cool. I'm going to go back because it did mute out the audio on the preview. So let me go back with the video ad. I wasn't super dazzled yet by I guess it's Predis or something like that. All these silly internet names. I'm going to go ahead and share screen again because I want to come back in here and then show where I was at. So this is what it looks like. Let me go ahead and try to publish or play this again. And I think it has sound. So again, when I went back, I said, let's make that first scene, where the bar disappeared. I actually said, can you make this look like somebody's packing up for a cruise? So a lot of this stuff is really difficult, I think, in this platform. But let me go ahead and push play and see if there's music with it. Yeah. And so, yeah, I made some cross scenes and then more people. Earlier, he was cheersing. Oh, he has a whole platter he cheerses with. He had one orange before. But yeah, I don't know if this is going to dazzle everybody. It's cool that it makes it so fast. And again, people's drinks come in and out. But yeah, I like that last little part, of course. So if it was just for this little part, I think it would be cool. Again, yeah, it's just, oh yeah, and let me go ahead and share that link with you that I had for the Perry site that I went ahead and published. So you can just see how it comes out for yourselves. I'll go ahead and put that link in here and then stop sharing. And yeah, so it should cover it. Let's look at the questions we have. It looks like James Cole has one there.
Yes, James.
Morning, Russ. How are you?
Man, I think that was kind of cool. I think like I'm done for the day, right? I can go hang up, unplug the computer. It did it. AI did it all for me, right?
I got two quick questions for you, Russ. Um, on these platforms, you're doing it on a desktop. I'm going to assume, but I'm asking you, the expert, when they make the sites, can we assume that they always are going to be mobile ready?
Yeah, there is a check for that on this one where I'll go back to the Ready site and I'm able to click this little icon up here. It says desktop or mobile, and I did take a little peek to see what it looked like there, and it does. This is an industry thing. We call it the hamburger
Right.
right there, and that's the mobile menu. So yeah, it already implemented that, added the logo, and yeah, stuff looks correct. Mobile version. You do always want to double check that, but that's a great question because they thought about that. And a lot of times we refer to that as the responsive view
Correct.
and then
Yes.
desktop view. So yeah, I was pretty happy because most of those things, that's one of the most important things you see is navigation. And if it puts it in that hamburger, it makes it easy, compact for you, ready to go.
Okay, now in that same area, another tough question for me, but not for you. The Do each one of these platforms use their own code, meaning like HTML? They do
Yeah, I noticed
because
on this one it was
yeah,
a
go
lot of
ahead.
them default to React code, so it's not straight up HTML that would be easy and static. A lot of it I see is the .tsk, I believe, and that's the kind of the extension for a React app. So it's a little bit more sophisticated than our normal HTML, CSS that we're used to, that we've worked for years and years and years on. Yeah, I think this is more of an advanced thing.
Yeah, the question for me, at least when I'm trying to catch up with you.
Uh-huh.
Um, Can you drop in the chat the most common language that most of these use? Probably going to
Okay.
be one, two, or three. That's going to be very, very good. In addition to that, the third question, I think I know the answer. I shouldn't really even be asking you, but I will. So, if you have a website that's mobile ready, you can go to a client and you can remake their website with any one of these tools for them.
Mhm.
Whereby back in the day, you would have to spend a lot of time, and a lot of people probably wouldn't want to, that would be what is it, a cost issue. But if you have a quick comment on that, and I don't want to take up any more time, but your responses were very, very on point as they usually are. I appreciate it.
Cool. Yeah, so this, I think it just makes it everything super streamlined and it makes it a little bit better. I put it in as called React. It's a popular JavaScript. There's another one that's similar to that called Vue. But what I let it do its own type of thing because a lot of them use the same Claude code. Claude is just such a great, coder out there, and I think that's what it defaults as far as more modern coding. But I found that you can dictate if you want something done in a different language. A really, really popular one with developers is Python, and it doesn't
Yes,
always do
I agree.
Python by default. I think Python is helpful for if you're looking to kind of prototype a website or application and get developers to come along and build out the rest of it for you. Uh, you might want it in Python because you can find really easy, cheap labor, affordable labor with a
Good
slew of
point. Good
other
point.
countries in the
What
Python.
does what does Lovable use for their language?
Yeah, so by default, usually it is in the React, but of course they lend themselves to other languages. So you're not, in a box saying you have to use React, but it usually off of almost 99% of the, you know, attempts that I've tried vibe coding, it usually defaults to the React.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, Russ.
Oh, no problem. That's a good question. I appreciate it. All right, so I think there was a couple other questions maybe in the chat there. Uh, Trisha, did you see one that I bypassed? I know when I was playing that video, it was a little
They're
hard.
they're asking which do you prefer now? Is it lovable, ready, or bold?
You
And
know,
what are
I'm
the pros and cons of each?
That is a good question. So like I'm trying to find other I guess platforms that have the same abilities but cheaper or something like that, something that works very well and makes beautiful websites. And I noticed that Ready makes a really beautiful website, as does Lovable. But I mean, a lot of it is going to be um, like I guess would play in the long on Lovable because they are getting so much funding, they're scaling so fast, and they're acquiring a whole bunch of very inspiring and smart people in their company. So I would definitely watch for Lovable to kind of change the game this coming year. So Lovable is still my preferred beautiful website, beautiful vibe coded application default. And you'll just do a quick search on there. They're worth billions now. I think they're located like Sweden or something like that. So yeah, just they're going to do amazing things, and it's going to be harder for others to catch up. But again, who knows? Like DeepSeek came out there and threw a wrench and spoke of a lot of different things. So we'll see how it transforms. But right now, I would just say Lovable, just because of the ability to scale and probably the longevity of that company.
Mhm. What are the other tools and apps you think we should look out to for the coming year, for the next year?
It's really going to be coming down to vibe coding as far as like I think apps on your phone. I think that's going to be coming up probably in Q2, where it streamlines the ability to create a mobile app that's in the marketplace like Android or Apple from vibe coding a few sentences and troubleshooting through. I think it's going to be much easier now. We just had a awesome, fantastic vibe coding workshop where we already noticed that apps are being built less error free, a little bit more ease. And yeah, I think that's just a sign of the times. It's just changing and getting more proficient for everybody. Something else that I would look at though is these ad platforms. You'll notice the one I was just trying out, it said it's kind of cutting edge, but I was still not happy with the videos it produced, for each scene. So I think that's going to be something to watch is like the Google's View 3
Mhm.
with making better videos and slideshows. And something that we'll probably notice more is less people on the social videos, those influencer type things, and more auto AI generated content. It's going to be really hard to decipher what is what. It's going to really pick your brain, right? I've already seen a few things. I'm like, is that real? Can't be real. And it turns out it was AI made. But yeah, it looks like Robert has a question there.
Robert?
Hey, good morning, Robert. You on mute?
Okay, can you hear me
There you
now?
are. Gotcha. How you doing,
Excellent.
buddy?
Hey, excellent. Another great presentation. Um,
Awesome.
a few quick
Thank you.
questions for you. You showed us, I think you said it was Predis.
Yes, let me put the URL in there too, because it's weird. All these things have funny names. So I'm gonna put that URL right there. I guess we could say Predis AI.
Okay, so I
It's
just have a
hard.
couple I just have a couple quick questions for you. So you showed us Ready and you showed us Predis. We saw both of them. How would you use both of them together in trying to achieve an end goal as opposed to independently? Or
Okay.
were you just showing us for both? So that's the first question. But the second one is also, I then would like you to compare like a Predis to a HighGen. Where I'm trying to go with this, Russell, is I'm trying to figure out how I can save time, how I can automate things. Obviously, we're blown away by all these presentations, but sometimes it's kind of like, skiing. You look at it on TV, you see Jean-Claude Killy going down the slopes, and it looks fantastic, and you can get all the instructions. So you go there and you face plant right into the snow. All right. So I'm trying to figure out how I could like for example, I'm coming close to the conclusion with my home care connection,
Hmm.
and I'm looking at HighGen and I'm using it and I'm seeing the scripts, and then it's telling me to go from, scene to scene, and then put in one of my screenshots. I'm trying to automate that,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was just
So
wondering.
that Heigen or Hygen or whatnot, I think that one's probably a better platform. What I would use this for, as far as if I needed, like I was vibe coding a website are, with inspiration, but you notice it had a lot of placeholders, like this is where an image could be, or this is where you're missing content or missing a video. What I
Right.
would use the other one for is creating that scroll stopping content, such as, just not sharing it on your social, but saving it to your computer. So you'll have a cool video on your website that was created within a few minutes, or you'll have really nice like banner type images. I'll just share screen again because I just kind of did the tip of the iceberg here with this. If you come back for like a create new, you see it has videos or images. I could have picked the images and, like this is the Taco Bell type of image. You're probably not going to get this type of image right out of the box in your vibe coding app. This is kind of where you could create it here, add it to your website over here. And so it could be one of these call outs like right here. It's not the best image created from the vibe coding. It's misspelled words. That's not their big powerhouse is creating images. So that's what I would do is create an image here or a carousel or a video, even ad creatives, and then plug that in to, one of these spots. Also, if you finish this and you want to, what is it, like promote it, you could always create a cool video for your, creation, post it into social and say like, hey, here's a video of how this app is, and it maybe becomes more of a call to action from your social media to get them to come on this site. And then if you get them to come on this site, maybe you can get them to book with you right here.
Right.
Does that tie it in a little bit better?
It does. And it's fantastic. All these things that we see. It's just a matter of actually getting out there, getting your reps, and figuring out how you could which tools you want, focusing on them so you could achieve your end goal.
This is exactly my point. Yeah. So I want to just give you an array of tools to choose from. Know that you have the ability to do this. And if you haven't discovered yet your ability to create these things with AI, at least put them in front of you so you can be like, oh yeah, I needed this graphic, or I needed this animated image, or I need this video, or I need this website. You can come back to like, what did I learn in Morning Club? Cherry pick that there and get it done. And yeah, go enjoy your day.
So the final portion of this conversation is like you did mention the language that the stuff is coded in. So let's say, for example, I go to a new vibe coding session. I come up with a great idea. I don't want to move forward with it. I think at the end you said at some point, if you'd like to hand it off to someone else for the final development, that probably the most likely and cost-effective programs you could find out there are people that have Python knowledge. So if I'm creating it in Replit, can I make the choice in Replit to have it coded in Python? Or do I just get it coded, as I think you said was Claude, that Replit uses, and then we'll be able to hand that over to a Python developer? Can you
Yeah.
explain that a little bit?
So the answer is yes on that. So you have your app built in the React platform. Usually I even heard an interview, I believe, from Anthropic that were talking about coding and where it's at and what you should depend upon it. And it did say like, it can go to a certain point, but then, if you're looking to, make something that's like, I guess like enterprise level software, that's going to be out there and used by, possibly millions of users, that's where you would probably go back and say, hey, I need this built in Python. What's neat about this is you could go back and remix, you're talking about Replit, you could remix your current app and say, build this in Python. It would do the same type of thing. It would create that in Python. Then you would hand this, you would probably save that to your GitHub, and then you would hand it off to developers creating this on your more enterprise hosting servers that are going to cost quite a bit. That's a lot of people aren't going to have that kind of growing pains issue, but if you get to that is something that you could rely upon. Is you could have vibe coded Python app based off of your React app, and then hand that off to some professionals to make your very expensive multi-million-dollar platform. But
Yeah. So let me just say this, Russell. Thank you very much for those answers, and quite frankly, for the past several months, thank you for all your answers.
awesome.
And
I'm glad
Tricia,
I've enjoyed
I
it.
would be thank you, and Tricia, I'd be remiss if I didn't say the same thing. Your organization for all these year calls are just tremendous. So
Now
thank you,
that's
and
a
everyone, Merry
testimonial I
Christmas.
appreciate.
Okay.
Gotta love it, man. Well, yeah, I think that's it here. I think, wait, let's see. Eric had a question about lovable renders, but not good for SEO. Now, this is the thing. When you want to take a look at your vibe coded application or website, you want to understand SEO. I've done a lot of background with it, and I've actually grabbed ChatGPT and said, "Can you do deep research?" Does everybody know what like deep research is? So like when you go to ChatGPT, you can do something similar to, let me actually open a chat and give you one little bit more of advice, because I think this is helps outline some of the, you just got to do it once here. So on this, I usually use the 4.0. It, 5.2 is pretty awesome, but here, you click this down here and you see deep research. Something like this I would do. Can you do a deep dive with deep research on SEO? Some of the bigger players in the industry are like Neil Patel and the WordPress plugins such as Yoast SEO, and it always does that, and Rank Math. I want you to understand everything about schema and the best practices for SEO in, I don't know, modern websites. Okay, so as I fix that, when it goes through and does this SEO research, it's going to nail down all the most important aspects of SEO and how ranking, and you could even put how it relates to Google. You get all of that information. What you're going to do with that information, that deep research, is you're going to provide that to like your Lovable. It's going to come off as like a prompt here. So say if I was to grab some kind of system instructions for my Lovable, I could ask it to refine based on all of the research data that I've acquired on SEO, and make every single page in Lovable ideal for SEO, search engine optimization there. So that's really how you do that. If you're worried that SEO is not working for your vibe coded apps, you can go ahead and provide it with that deep research so that it can enable that for all of the pages that you create. So I think that's a way to get ahead of the competition a little bit with your SEO, and it works with AEO too, making sure that your schema is going to be on every single page so it's ready. Eric, hopefully that answered the question there, because it is capable of really, really fine-tuned search engine optimization, but you got to give it a little bit more training than it's out of the box. It's just going to put the title, the meta description, and make sure you have images in there too. Looks like James, you had your hand back up.
Yeah, quick question. You just piqued my curiosity.
Oh, cool.
I'm predicting in 2026, SEO is not going to be the driving force behind searching. It's going to be more AI driven. Okay. That
I believe you.
said, your comment confused me. Does that
Well,
make sense?
so what I'm doing is I'm just answering a question when somebody has, a question on SEO or something like that. I can help
I
them
got
out.
it.
But
Okay,
I
okay, Russ.
totally,
I see what you're
yes,
saying.
this
Go ahead.
doesn't work for everybody. It's just kind of like maybe if somebody wants to make sure that they're SEO ready for their vibe coded sites. I agree with you. Like blogs are tanking. Like everything searching in Google, you
Mhm.
can see, it's like they used to make a lot of money off of ads on a
Right,
website. Now
right.
your traffic is gone. It's not as great from referral traffic. And usually the question that you're asking in Google is answered by Google's AI. And you're like, well, I don't
Absolutely.
actually need to click anybody's website. Yeah. So that's, and even if it provides like the AEO result, all right, cool. I've just read it, but I didn't click into your site because every bit of question I got answered based on their AI. So I agree with you, James. I don't think we're going to have as many blog sites out there trying to optimize for SEO, because it's kind of, in my opinion, kind of a dying industry.
Thank you. That reassured me that I'm seeing into the future with you guys.
I think that's
Appreciate it.
true. I mean, the data reflects exactly of that. And like, we didn't change anything on our blog, but the traffic is just dying. So Yeah. So Trisha, I think that's it. Is there anything that I missed? We kind of ran a little bit long, but yeah, I mean it's the last one of the year, right? So definitely wanted to pay tribute to everybody joining us.
I believe it's a rock. Thank you so much, Russell, for 21 weeks of incredible tech
Yeah.
wisdom. It has been amazing having you guide us through this journey. AR Morning Club, we will see you again tomorrow morning. Ignite fam, this is just the beginning of our Tech Thursdays. We also have Springboard Office Hours with Nuno coming up, where he will be showing how to build websites using GenSpark, Gemini, and Lovable. Plus, we have the second season of Vibe Code Profits Sprint coming later with Russell and Perry. So stay close, stay curious, and keep building. See you later. See
All
you
right, bye. And you
soon
get
for
to
a great
work.